These were my arms just over 1 year ago, and these are my arms now. So in just over 12 months, I've managed to blow my arms up massively without taking any supplements. I'm completely natural. In this video, I will be telling you exactly how I did this, and I will also be talking about why it's important to have a range of different exercises. Let's get into it. So for starters, let me talk a bit about the main muscles in the arm. So there's 4 major muscles that we're going to focus on. Your biceps, your triceps, your deltoids, and finally your forearm muscles. Each one of these muscle groups is extremely important to focus on, and I'd recommend training them each twice a week. You can do this by either making your own workout routine, or just doing the simple push-pull legs workout. By doing this, on push day it will train your deltoids and triceps, and on pull day it will train your biceps and forearms. Doing this routine also, like I said, does allow you to work each one twice a week too, which is extremely beneficial when you're trying to get your arms huge. I'd also recommend training your arms at the start of every push and pull session instead of training your chest and back, so you're prioritising them instead and not training them at the end of the session when they're tired and fatigued. So let's talk about triceps anyway. So these actually take up 60% of your upper arm and are definitely the most important muscle group that you need to focus on. There's 3 heads to these: the long, medial and lateral head. The main exercises I'd do to focus on these are the tricep push down, overhead tricep extensions, and finally the close grip bench press. This is honestly such an important muscle group that you need to focus on, and it's something you definitely need to prioritise training if you want your arms to be absolutely huge. Right, so let's talk about the biceps now. So if you didn't already know, the biceps again are located in the upper arm and actually contain 2 different heads to them, the short and the long head. There's also another muscle tucked in between these called the brachialis. Each one again is extremely important to target, and some exercises that you can do to help you with this are dumbbell hammer curls, barbell curls, and barbell reverse curls. Like I said, these are so important to focus on if you want big arms. And to be fair, if you've got big biceps, it's always a good muscle to be flexing, as there's such a nice peak to it. Okay, so now I've talked about how to grow your upper arms. Let me talk to you a bit about your deltoids and why these are honestly so important to train. So you might be thinking, mate, your deltoids are classed as your shoulder. What are you on about? And although you're not entirely wrong, you actually need to realise that without big deltoids, your arms won't look big at all. Having big shoulders honestly makes your arms stand out so much more, and it's something you need to make sure you're prioritising if you want to fill out that t-shirt. Okay, so there's 3 heads to the deltoids: the front, middle and rear. It's pretty simple. Some exercises you can do to build all of these up are lateral raises, shoulder press and rear delt flies. These are all again super easy to do, and it will honestly make your arms stand out so much more. Right, so we're now on the final muscle group that you need to grow if you want to get your arms absolutely massive, and it's just all your different forearm muscles. I'm not going to get into naming each one, as I don't think it's that important, but all you basically need to be doing is just training at the gym consistently every day. Your forearm muscles will come into play for nearly every upper body exercise. There are a few different exercises that you can do to isolate the forearm muscles, and if you are wanting to do that, that is completely fine, but in my opinion, I don't think it's necessary, as like I said, your forearms will come into play in the gym, and your forearms will also grow just through daily activities. Anyway people, that is all I've really got to say. Please make sure that you do listen to this advice if you want to blow them arms up. Another thing I do quickly want to say as well is please make sure that you're doing all the exercises with correct form. It's actually really important when you're trying to build muscle. Making sure to isolate the arm muscles and not bringing any different muscles into play when you don't need them. Also, if you train as hard as you can for every exercise, I can guarantee that you'll see your arms nearly double in size by next year. Anyway, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.